for the New York Times this past week, and you quoted a retired LA deputy police chief and former SWAT officer who said to you, "The guys who really want to be on the SWAT team are the last people you should be putting on the SWAT team."
Yeah, so I think, when you name it, when you created one of these elite or so-called elite police units and you call them the Scorpions, right, or you give them some other, intimidating name that we've seen in other cities, you're doing two things. One is you are creating fear among the people that those units are going to be served, and then the neighborhood where those units are going to be serving, and you're attracting police officers who want to be feared. I think if you're a community-oriented police officer who wants to help people in your neighborhood, you're not going to be, enticed or excited to join a group called Scorpion.
It strikes me that...
Exactly. The simple solution, I know nothing is simple, is anyone that wants to be a police officer should not qualify to be a police officer. Police officers should think of it as a burden, as a chore, just the way a so-called elected person, it should be a burden. And they're serving the community practically 24 hours a day. I know it's hard to fathom it, but it should be a chore that cycles through the community so that everyone serves as a council person, everyone serves so we get a better perspective on what's going on. Just the same with police officer. I know that's a somewhat more specialized task because of guns in the United States, but we have to think that way, that anyone that wants to be a police officer is probably a similar mindset. I hate to say this, not for all, but for some, that are the bully and the gang, right? It's a similar mindset. If you ever deal with police officer internally, that seems to be a military operation, right? And probably the gangs and they act very hierarchical. And so what we need is people that care about the community and think of it as a burden to serve. I especially think with so-called council people, that should be such a burden that one term is enough and they're out. And then maybe they can take another term or an opportunity to serve in after they get a rest, right? Because it's practically it should be a 24-hour a day job or task to serve the community. But that's not how we do it. We do it by having staff that's changing constantly, and you call and you never get follow-up, and they're looking for their next job every minute, and they're trying to make positions and make connections. This is not a good system that we have. So please, let's make it better.